guys, it's the Kyra, and I'm in a whole new era of life. Um, I haven't even made any content for my YouTube channel or uploaded anything in 3 weeks, so I am excited to finally make some more stuff. And you know what? I promise myself that I will be more consistent and I will be more on top of everything and upload content of myself more often because I love making content. I love it. I have some topics that I already wanted to talk about. Um, I'm not gonna like let it focus in so I can like actually talk about them. It's only 3 topics, so I don't know how long this stream will be. I don't know if it's gonna be 20 minutes or an hour, but what I do know is that I just wanted to like chill here and just smoke and just talk about these topics. So it's like gonna be a high live stream where we can just give life updates and talk and yap. So yeah, first things first, before I start talking about the topics I have written down, I'm gonna start smoking. How's everyone doing? How's life? Um, yeah, what's going on with you guys? Okay, I did get a hit, but this thing is practically empty. So, that's that. Okay, now I also have my Hello Kitty ashtray, and I have leftovers of this joint that I rolled for Batty Sunday. Oh, it has attached like an old joint to it. Did it like melt on there? Girl, get off. Get off! There we go. But yeah, it's Monday. Yesterday was Batty Sunday, and me and my husband were smoking on this joint, and then we stopped when only a little bit was gone. Probably because we already had the pen, and then I also gave us some edibles yesterday. So yeah, the edibles I drank yesterday were so good. Oh my god. I had like it's called Stars and Stripes. So I had a lemon lime Stars and Stripes. That's the brand, Stars and Stripes. I had a lemon lime Stars and Stripes soda from Dollar Tree, and had like this blue raspberry THC syrup or whatever edible drink, and then I just put it in there, and I felt like I was making lean. It was amazing. I don't know, like I feel like before I die I have to try lean. Like I like literally might have to add that to my bucket list. Like, before you die, girl, try some lean, because I just think that it's something that's always been hyped up. I feel like even since maybe when I was like in middle school, at least high school, I knew probably what lean was, but it's always been like talked about. So I do want to taste it. I do want to give it a yonder. So yeah, I'm gonna light this and we're gonna start talking about our first topic. Our first topic is actually extremely sad. It's something that I actually seen this morning. So this morning, it's actually still morning. So we're kind of doing a wake and bake, but I woke up at like 8:40 and it's 10:54. So I woke up like 2 hours ago, but it's basically a wake and bake. Any smoking before 12 is a wake and bake, okay? Let's just make that a rule. So it's not really, It's not really something that has to be thrown up in the air if it's before 12. So we can bake. Okay. So yeah. So basically, this morning, oh, look at my lighter, by the way. I don't know if I've ever shown this one. It's a high unicorn. But, basically this morning, I saw an extremely sad video of some, like, young girls. I don't know exactly how old. Maybe 20s or early 30s. I don't know. And they were drinking and driving and speeding. So yeah, and then also in the video I saw, they were going like above 100 miles per hour or even 90 miles per hour. And basically there was 4 people in the car, and they got in an accident. No, the car flipped over and it ejected all of the passengers. None of them were wearing any seatbelts, and it killed 3 out of 4 people. That's extremely sad. So 3 people had to die because of drunk driving and speeding at the same time. Like, that's like a double whammy. So I'm gonna show the video, because basically the sad part is that there's a girl, and this girl, she was scared of like people that speed in the car while she's in there. But basically, like, she ended up being a passenger in that vehicle, having a good time drinking and driving with the driver. You know, she was the passenger, not the driver, but she was scared of speeding. But then she just ended up dying. So I'm gonna show you guys. What if I go on Twitter and the craziest thing pops up? Hold on. Because you guys know. If you have a Twitter, you just know. Okay. It was something I liked recently. Okay. So here's the post. I'm gonna read the post first for you, so you know like what I know basically. Sorry, I don't like that the video is just playing. You know what? I'll just ignore that. It's really hard to ignore. Okay. Okay. Y'all, this girl just made a post about people speeding while she's in the car, and she recorded her friend speeding while they were all drinking. The driver lost control of the car. They veered off the highway, flipped over, hit a pole, and since nobody was wearing a seatbelt, they all got ejected from the car. 3 of the 4 people are dead, and 1 is in critical condition. Oh, I forgot that. Here are her stories just moments before the accident. Stop drinking and driving. Her Facebook story is still up. This was last night. So this like was very recent. That's so sad. But yeah, so basically this was her post before it all went down. Crazy how your life was in his hands and you begged him to stop, all because choice. Laterica Woods, I'm hurt. No. And then this is the girl that was in the car right here. Tavia Pugh, she said, "This exactly why I be scared as fuck when other people be speeding with me in the car." So that is what Tavia said. Tavia Pugh. Now, I'm going to scroll over. This is Tavia Pugh. This is her story. So she's just vibing, listening to music, drinking. All of it looks great. All of it looks fun. But the only problem is that, like, the driver is drinking as well, you know, and speeding. So she's, like, just driving through the streets, you know, music is blasting, they're having a good time, singing along, you know, they're hype. The audio's not playing because it's like weird when I screen mirror on here. It's just weird, okay? The driver is now holding the bottle and drinking in this video. And also, someone pointed out in the comments, the driver is like barely touching the wheel while she's speeding. Barely touching it, as you can see right there, while holding the bottle. And she stopped touching it for a second. Barely touching it. Look at this. Barely touching the wheel. I mean, I guess you can say she's holding it enough, but I think at that speed, you need to be gripping the wheel, you know? So what happened? Sorry, it just stopped playing for some reason. Oh, wait, it disconnected. What's going on? I'm just gonna try to fix this. I don't know what you guys just saw. What happened? Why isn't it working? Okay, it stopped playing it, so hold on. Let me fix this. We have technical difficulties. Let's just... Don't you just hate when you have technical difficulties? Okay. I'm just gonna unplug everything and start over. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I just needed to start everything over. Like, literally. From the top, you know? Alright. Actually, like, can we make this phone bigger? Probably not. It already fills the screen. Okay. Unfortunately, probably not gonna make that bigger. But we were pretty much, like, at the part where I was just showing you the hand barely being on. Yeah, she's hand barely on the wheel and holding the bottle. See, the problem is I don't know if it's like playing music for you guys on your end, and if it is, that's a problem. Because I don't want to get copyrighted, so let's just leave it silent. I'm the commentary for you guys, don't worry. Oh yeah, and someone pointed out as well that, look, she's in a Jeep. And I don't know if you guys know, if you grew up in a Jeep like I did, if you have family members who had a Jeep, whatever, and you read the little the in the passenger seat and you read the little thing stuck on the mirror. How, yeah, that thing says like, oh, no people under 12 years old, but it also says on the Jeeps, it says, I think, if I'm remembering this right, it says that Jeeps can flip over easily at high speed or something like that. So basically, Jeeps are a very flippable car, to where if you're going super fast, yeah, the car can flip. So yeah, they were in a Jeep going 116. Look at that, 116 miles per hour. That's really bad. This makes me really want to think twice about speeding, because girl, I have speeded before. Let's just be real. If you live in California and you use the freeway, or not, if you use, honestly, if you live in California and you use the freeway, or you've been driving late at night, you probably have sped before. Let's be real. 92 miles per hour. But that's what I'm saying, like, don't do this. Like, don't, please don't. Dang. Yes, it went down to 89 at the end, but I mean, the big number I'm focused on is the 116, you know? So, yeah. That situation, it was extremely sad. Extremely sad situation. I hope that the girls' families heals, or whoever, because I don't know if there was like men in the back or something. Hope all of their family heals. I just hope everyone feels okay after that. I hope their community heals. That's extremely sad to lose people like that and have to see it too. And it just sucks that they were making those decisions. But yeah, it just sucks that they were making those decisions as well. Like, because it could have been avoided if they weren't doing that, you know? So, it sucks. It truly does suck. Yeah, let me see what my next topic was. Oh yeah, let me clear this timer so it's not there. It's kind of ugly. There we go. Let me see. So yeah, basically I just wanted to kind of just say, like, I mean, obviously everyone already knows this. They've already heard it a million times before, but please do not drink and drive. No, that's not what I was trying to say. Sorry. Please do not drink and drive, and please do not speed, especially, but don't speed in general, because you could injure yourself or others. And especially if you're in a Jeep, don't even try it. Please just don't even try it. If you're in a Jeep, just stay the speed limit. If I was in a Jeep, I might even stay 5 under the speed limit, okay? If I'm on the freeway, I'm probably not going 65. I'm sorry. I'll probably just be all the way on the right going 60, because Jeeps are crazy, okay? I mean, let's be real. If I was in a Jeep, I probably would go 65 on the freeway, but if it's safe. Like, I would do some research first. I would watch videos of other people doing it and see that it's actually allowed to be done and can be done. It's, I don't know, it's just really sad. But moving on to hold on, let me check my stream. Okay, it is working. It is working. Okay. So the next topic of my stream, I don't know if I want to talk about a specific thing that is going on in my life, or if that should be a separate thing, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through that little part, basically, and explain it. I feel like it's like its own topic in itself, so I'm just not going to actually, and it's not on the list, so don't worry. I was thinking of adding more to the information of the video, basically, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep it with these 3 topics. These 3 main topics. I might talk about other stuff. Well, I am gonna talk about other stuff, but these are the 3 main topics. But I do want to talk about that other thing that I'm debating talking about. So maybe in a few days I can stream again and talk about it. But yeah. Okay. So the next point of topic, actually, before I get into it, I'm going to take a hit. Before every section of every topic, I'm gonna take some hits. I mean, this thing is like pretty empty, but I mean, there's like still a few hits. Not really. I mean, it's like bare. Like, look at it. It's like nada, 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 nada. Okay, but anyways, God, look how this is peeling. So sad. I need to put more Mod Podge. Try to save it. Try to save her. Poor girl. But yeah. Here, let me get off that list. It's so weird how when you're screen mirroring, the date is just like completely wrong and it throws you the fuck off. What did I just do? Look at this shit. It says 9. It's definitely not right. And 9:41. It's not 9:41. Yeah, it's the 31st. Ah, did it show all my topics? Hopefully not. If it did, it did, but oh no. Oh, I probably did. Okay, if you saw that, don't read it, okay? Don't read it. Don't read it because you're just gonna spoil yourself. Like, why would you want to do that, you know? I keep doing it. It's fine. It's not like, okay, even if you see the topics, it really doesn't do anything because at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to talk about them, okay? The topic I wrote is like 2 words, 3 words. It's not everything I have to say about it, okay? It's not like I wrote a monologue, okay? But anyways, sadly enough, dang, these topics are not happy. They're not happy. They're not happy topics. Because unfortunately, sadly, my next topic is going to be Ruby Frank. Now, honestly, I did not know who Ruby Frank was, and I never like followed 8 Passengers like when it was like all coming out and stuff. But the reason I like, even when like they were exposed, I even then still never got into it, never really found out anything. I just knew like, oh, bad family vlogger mom. No. it goes so much deeper. So I watched Rotten Mangoes YouTube documentary on it, and it was really good. It was very educational, and I feel like I now basically know like all of the lore, and I know enough to like comment on it. I know what's going on. Before I couldn't have told you like even a summary of anything going on. So basically, eight passengers. No, Ruby Frank is a mom. She's a mom vlogger. She had the channel Eight Passengers. It was her, her husband, and six children. She abused all six of these children. Um, she. It started out, I guess, in quotations, you can say a little more lighthearted. Um, she would just in quotation marks, exploit her kids on the internet, embarrass them, show maybe like, oh, they have a crush, oh, they're buying pads, like stuff like that, that they don't really want out there, you know? Who would really want that out there? Um, but yeah. But it now has, or no, it transpired deeper because um there was this like therapist in quotation marks, Jodie Hildebrandt, and basically this girl, she just was like a really bad person, and she would come into families' lives, and she would basically manipulate the hell out of the situation to make it seem like everyone in the family needs saving on this like really intense high religious level, like they need to basically repent to God. And like commit their sins or confess their sins, like be punished for them and repent and all of this, right? So basically, Jodie Hildebrandt came into the lives of this family, of the eight passenger family of Ruby Frank, and she like brainwashed her even further and deeper into her religion of Christianity. I believe Christianity, maybe Mormon, I don't know. And made her like feel like I don't know if I can put it all on her, but she basically made it to where Ruby was like oh, she basically made it to where Ruby was doing stuff that was extremely bad to her family, like I don't know, just extreme stuff, extreme, like to the extreme. Like I don't know if this was because of Jodie Hildebrandt or if it was before. You can like look into it. You can watch Rotten Mango's video. It's very in depth, but basically like her kids' beds had been taken away. One time, see that I think that one is before Jodie Hildebrandt actually. So something that still was bad but was on her own free will, on her own doing, without any crooked therapist telling her, you know. But then once Jodie was in the lives, this might be the point where she sent her son to like some type of camp, you know, like where it's like really harsh and like making them do stuff that they just shouldn't have to do, you know, for like a simple crime of like what, like not cleaning their room or not doing homework, something like simple, you know. I don't know what they were punished for exactly, or I think maybe it was watching explicit material. I don't remember. There was different reasons they were punished for, and different things they were punished for, and different punishments, and 6 different children. So it's hard to like keep track. But this one was the oldest that was sent away to like this like thing. It's a terrible place. It has terrible reviews. Like, do not send your kids here. They're just gonna abuse them. It's not gonna teach them to be better, you know. Then she would just do terrible things to these children. And then basically one day, this kid, he runs out with like a lot of like flesh wounds and like duct tape on his body, and he runs to the neighbor's house, and he just tells him like, can you please call the cops? And then the neighbor does intervene and help, and then the cops are called, and the cops come in, and they end up helping this situation. So I'm gonna show videos that come up on TikTok of the situation, because I want to see more too. I've only seen Rotten Mango's video, so I want to see some other videos as well. You guys will see the actually here. You guys will see like who the creators are, like right here. Like for instance, this one right here, this is the creator of, you know, the content. So basically what I'm saying is you'll know. Alexa, connect to iPhone.
Searching.
You'll know who created the content, but if you are curious and you want to...
Now connected to iPhone.
If you're curious and you want to find out even more, just go ahead and look up Ruby Frank, and a lot of these same videos should come up. So let's start. I don't know. Alexa, connect to iPhone.
Searching. You're already connected to iPhone. To connect a different device, go to the Bluetooth settings on your mobile device and choose Echo Show 5 MVR.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Can I connect the audio here or no? There we
only
go.
saw what we wanted to show them.
Okay.
Hey, I'm still recording.
So she like yelled at her kids like that because they were like playing in the background.
Hey, I'm still recording. Come on.
So extremely bad, extremely terrible. That's how she would act.
It felt like every video I posted was, this is the perfect family.
That's the oldest child, and that's how he felt. He felt like in every video they had to be the perfect family. They had to come off like that because that's what, you know, Ruby Frank wanted.
But they only saw what we wanted to show them.
Chad, I've asked you to give me a night where it's enjoyable for you. Chad,
You see how she's talking to him right there? She's like, I'm asking for a night where it's enjoyable to be with you. What she really means by that is, hey, like, I'm recording. You need to like you need to pull it up, get it together, like stop slouching, like stand up straight, act really happy, like laugh, smile, engage with the family. That's what she means. She wants him to be fake.
Off your face. And
Take
just
the
be
look off
happy
your
to be
face.
with us.
And just be happy to be with us. And
Okay,
he said,
you
but
know
I'm
what
not.
then? I did always feel bad when he got in trouble.
And then she said, okay, you know what then? And then it cuts. So she might have hit him. She might have did this. She might have did that. Who knows? Or yelled at him like really loud. Like, get out of here. You know, like who knows what she did. But it's something she didn't want to share with the world. And it was toxic, obviously. But yeah.
Right?
Alright, what's the end of this video?
Paper and didn't really.
Oh, this is the oldest daughter. I think this is the oldest child in general. So I think it's her and then Chad, which was the boy who was just showing.
You know, he'd get a bloody nose, and I'd bring him, you know, toilet paper, and didn't really know what to do.
So she just said that she would, if her brother got a bloody nose, she would bring him toilet paper, I guess. I'm not. Maybe it was from the mom? I don't know. Wait.
In trouble. I did always feel bad when he got in trouble. You know,
Oh, yeah. So the mom probably caused it. So she said, I did always feel bad when he got in trouble.
he'd get a bloody nose, and I'd bring him,
And then she said he'd get a bloody nose and I'd bring him,
you know, toilet paper, and
Tissue.
didn't really know what to do.
and she didn't know what to do.
He got beat really bad one time.
And then she said he got beat really bad one time. So yeah, like that probably wasn't off hands then. So physical abuse was not. Well, I mean, if they had duct tape on their limbs, I guess why should I be surprised if they're getting like actually whipped? But I don't know.
And I helped him clean blood off the walls.
So I guess she helped them clean blood off. I feel like the rest is just gonna be an edit. So
Right? To tell you this, honey, but unless you find a friend who's willing to share some of their food with you, I don't think you're gonna be able to eat. But if you're not
so her kid, her like child, toddler, like I don't know, like 5-year-old, 6-year-old, something year old, some doesn't even matter. Even if they're like 15, but they're not. They're like let me remind you, they're like probably like 5 to 7 or so. So they forgot their lunch they forgot their like lunch at home, and this was her response.
Right? To tell you this, honey, but unless you find a friend who's willing to share some of their food with you, I don't think you're gonna be able to eat. But if you're not responsible for your lunch and your lunch money, that's the natural consequence.
That's insane. A natural consequence to a child. Like, you're their mom. The natural thing for you to do is feed them. Like, I'm confused. Why are we not on the same page about this? I don't know. It's just crazy.
And I'm really sorry you're learning this the hard way.
She's not
I will
sorry.
have a wonderful, yummy snack waiting for you when you get home, okay? You just hang in there today and just make up your mind you're gonna be really careful and make sure you grab your stuff when you go to school next time. And
That's insane. Yeah.
maybe you have a good friend who will share some of their sandwich with you or something. Russell, I'm really sorry. I love you. He sounded like he was going to cry. Right?
And then she's like, oh, he sounded like he was gonna cry. Like, girl, you could have just fed him. You're the problem. I am watching this passively in the future when it has already happened. There's nothing I can do to help this child, this little boy. It's your little boy, and you could have helped him. That's insane.
Do this. 30,000.
With, I guess she's on the phone with her insurance company.
I've only
only gonna say it one more time, and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
This morning, a new twist in the case involving former popular momfluencer
Oh my
turned
god, this is fresh. This is 28 minutes ago. She's trying to say she didn't do anything. I will fight her myself. If you want to be free so bad, go ahead. Let's fight. Let's fight. I assume she lives in California because she's an influencer. And she lives in the desert, and there is deserts in California. And if she wants to be free, I would definitely fight her, because you really want to like bully. It is bullying, you know, at this point. You really want to bully like 6 little kids and get away with it, and then you want to say that you're not guilty. Like, if she does end up getting free, she does not deserve peace. If she's seen in the street, she does not deserve peace. And if she's seen by me, she's not going to find peace.
I'm only gonna say it one more time, and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
This morning, a new twist in the case involving former popular momfluencer turned convicted child abuse.
Also, in 4 years, she has the ability to get like parole or probation or something like that. Like, yeah. So she has an ability to get out of prison on probation. That's insane.
User B. Frankie.
I'm Jody Hildebrandt. And I'm
That's
Ruby
Jody.
Freaky.
Frankie's co-defendant, Jody Hildebrandt, now challenging her own conviction after she pleaded guilty to abusing Frankie's youngest 2 children.
Guilty, guilty, guilty.
In a new court filing, the disgraced therapist alleging in part that she did not understand her rights when she entered a guilty plea, saying she had ineffective counsel and was denied due process. Hildebrandt also claiming there was prosecutorial misconduct.
We weren't expecting this from Jody, but I can't say that we're super surprised either. I'm super confident that the entry of her plea will hold up, and that she won't be able to show that she knowingly and voluntarily didn't enter it.
Hildebrandt was once the family therapist for the Frankies.
I mean, Ruby clearly would, smack us, lick our lips, whatever.
Oh, I guess
think
Jody is the one who's challenging it.
brought out the worst in her, and that's how it got to, where it's ended up.
The Frankies shot to YouTube fame with...
Yeah, no, Jody. You told this girl to abuse her children. You did it with her. You also, she cuts husbands out of their lives. She makes every single person seem evil. I think she kind of doesn't make the mom seem evil in these situations. So she makes the children seem evil and the dad, so that the dad ends up basically leaving the house. Then, like, they're on like some type of separation, some type of like repent, like admit your sins, some type of separation like that, right? Then, like, so they're away from the children, the house. Then the children, they're like scrutinized for every little thing. Like stealing food from the fridge. Which they're obviously going to do because it's survival of the fittest at that point. When you're starving, you're gonna steal some food from the fridge when your mom's not feeding you, So it's like putting a whole freshly cooked steak in front of your dog that hasn't eaten all day, and then you leave for an hour and you come back and the steak is gone and you're mad at the dog. Like, you didn't feed the dog, but they're actual children, But yeah, both situations, you can't be mad at that living thing for eating. That's natural, it's their natural instinct. So yeah, Jody would let this girl abuse her children, so she's a terrible person. She's not, like, she's definitely guilty.
More than 2 million subscribers. Now, Ruby.
think it disconnected. It did.
He's shot to YouTube fame with more than 2 million subscribers. Now, Ruby's family playing a major role in getting a new law passed in Utah, which adds protections for child influencers. The legislation gives adults a way to scrub anything posted when they were children, and it also requires parents to set aside earnings for those children featured online.
I do think that family vlogging and like family content is unethical.
The unsettling dark side of family vlogging on full display in the Hulu documentary Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Franke.
Be excited.
Oh, look.
Tell them where your name came from, even if you have to fake it.
Chad, Ruby's oldest son,
Look at that clip. That's what she literally
the
told.
unsettling dark.
That's what she literally told her oldest son how she, and that's how she would talk to him, because he would be like depressed most of the time. And you know, to fix this, she could have just been sweet. She could have gotten the camera out of his face. She could have given him enough food. She would also starve these children. Like, I think that was even before Jody was in the picture. Like, she would like really restrict their diets. Like, there's vlogs of this. So that's before Jody was even a thing.
Side of family vlogging on full display in the Hulu documentary Devil in the Family, The Fall of Ruby Franke.
Be excited to tell them where your name came from, even if you have to fake it.
Chad, Ruby's oldest son, telling us exclusively what started as a fun side project turned into pressure when sponsors were involved.
I eventually want to have a family, and I've learned from my mom's mistakes. We're shutting off social media, we're shutting off the cameras. I'm not going to be using any kid as an employee.
And the family tells me they are right now focused on moving on without Ruby. Kevin and Ruby's divorce is final. He was given full custody of the youngest children, and Ruby was ordered not to have any contact with them. But they are really trying to push this message forward that family vlogging, using your children as influencers, is not a good thing.
Yeah, and if there's anything good that came out of it is the new law that passed there.
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much for that, Eva.
I agree with that.
I'm only gonna say it one more time and then.
Welcome back, guys. I want you to really just think about life. Oh, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the ring bell. Don't forget to just give me all your money so I can use my kids. Just remember, comment and like and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to push the notification bell.
That's how he felt about his mom. Like, literally.
Just don't forget to follow.
That's how he felt about his mom.
Go ring.
We are going to a movie, so go get on your shoes.
What is it?
Does it even matter? If someone asked me if I wanted to go to a movie, I wouldn't ask what is it.
See
Run
how
and
she's
get your shoes or
talking to
you're
her?
gonna not go. Hurry!
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm like trying to like hide the kid's face because I
Everyone
feel
run.
bad. Because that's what the
Hey,
people
this
that
is
are
Ruby.
sharing the content
I
are
was
doing.
wondering, is Brooke available to babysit?
Oh, this is your son. And then her
Oh my
child's
gosh,
trying to like
that
hug
sounds
her.
amazing. What a good idea for spring break.
I'm really sorry.
Well, good. I will call her again. Tell her I will call her again. Okay, have fun. Bye. I am not taking Eve, unless you come and give me a huge apology. You come give me a hug and you come say you're sorry. No, again, where I can pay attention.
More like where I can record it.
It was not very thankful of you. I was excited and I told you to go get on your shoes and your jacket to see a movie. And you should say, okay, and be grateful. Instead of, well, what movie? Well, I don't know. Let me
She
think
can be
about it."
curious about the movie.
That's not very grateful, and I'm not going to take a girl who's not grateful. Can you show some more gratitude?
Like, if you're going to go
Okay.
see a movie, you can be curious about the movie that you're going to go see. Your child can be curious about that. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. I'm literally just zooming in to like hide the face, but it's like I didn't edit this pre-hand, okay? And it's alive. So it's not going to be edited. So I'm trying to protect the privacy as much as I can. I do think that a lot of them have come forward and talk about their stories, but I don't know if all of them have, so I'm just gonna try to like respect their privacy as much as I can. I don't know.
To tell you that.
Honestly, I feel bad. I'm just gonna like let it play because I'm just gonna let it play because you can find it anyway, and it is pretty blurry. Like, I mean, if we're being real, that is pretty blurry. So yeah, okay, that's not blurry. Oh yeah, so they're having fun together. So I think she does all of this, separates the husband, makes the kids these demons, says being gay is a demon and all this, it's evil and it's all this stuff to like isolate the mother, and then does fruity stuff with the mother. She turns around and she like basically has a relationship with the mother, whether there's like a label on it or not, whether you want to say like it's a spiritual thing or not. If you want to spiritually give each other big O, like if that's what you want to do, like I don't know. So this one is on the day where they find, or after that kid like came over with the duct tape and reported everything and everything, then the cops started finding like all the children that he basically reported.
Code and kind of just messed around, and he's like, I'm gonna try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, our lieutenant went to the code and kind of just messed around, and he's like, I'm gonna try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Isn't that insane? Like they didn't know the code, they just tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and it worked.
And click, it opens. That's when we found rope and handcuffs in the bottom drawer. Gauze, like the medical dressing for wounds.
Dang, so they found like things that are already looking like a red flag, you know?
He mentioned like a cayenne pepper and honey paste, which was made to put on his wounds. And
so sad.
Duct tape.
Like that is so sad. You're already being abused with like open wounds on your body, and then the person goes as far as to actually make a mixture of cayenne and honey to pour into those open wounds and torture you even further. Like that is insane. And the person being your mother, that's insane.
At that point, we still had 2 outstanding girls. It was the 2 middle children. We didn't know where they were. We had other agencies.
So right now they were still looking for the 2 middle children. They already found the 2 youngest.
Throughout the state looking for them.
And the 2 oldest already like grown and out of the house at this point, I believe.
Ruby, it's the police department. Open the door. Do it now.
Police department! Alright, let's go.
We had local police search the Frankie home.
Police department! Make yourself known!
But there was no one there. It was empty. The two middle girls, our lieutenant, went to the code and kind of just messed around, and he's like, I'm gonna try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So, yeah.
I will never talk to her again. Like, whether she
We have one childhood and one mom, and that was mine.
is the most apologetic person in the world or not, like, that doesn't change anything for me.
Yeah.
We have one childhood and one mom. And that was mine. I will never talk to her again.
That sucks. Photos from inside Ruby Frank's house of horrors. I mean, this one is just like a picture of like the hallway. Nothing like criminal right here. This one does give eerie vibes. It's like a nice house and everything, but it's in the middle of nowhere. And I think it is because she didn't want, like, it's like literally in the desert, like nothing around. Neighbors are like probably gotta run like at least half a mile or a mile away. Yeah, it's in the desert. Like, you can abuse your kids and get away with it in a property like this, and that is why it's like eerie looking at this. Dang, there might have been like kids or something down there. I don't know. Yeah, it's just really sad. Okay. Horror diary entries of mommy vlogger and child abuser Ruby Frank revealed in new documentary. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of these. July 9th, 2023, Sunday. R turns 12 tomorrow. I never envisioned him being 12 and still pooping, peeing himself. Oh, I thought it was like a positive thing. Like, I never envisioned him being 12. And then it's like, and still pooping, peeing himself. Like, damn. Satanic choices lead one to becoming destitute, even in the most affluential homes. She's saying that that's a satanic choice. Honey, listen. Not honey, bitch. Listen, bitch. Your child is probably pooping and peeing themselves because they have so much trauma and just like an area of just scarcity in their heart towards you, like literally towards you. Like, they're not scared of like, or they're not just pooping themselves at 12. They're probably like literally petrified, and that's like a trauma response. And then your response is, oh, such demonic actions. Not even like celebrating the birthday, not even nothing. Like, what was that entry? Like, that was just so sad. Like, July 10th, 2023, Monday. It's our birthday. He doesn't even know what month it is. That is so depressing. It's like we're talking about children in like the Holocaust almost. Like, that's how she's like giving her children that type of treatment. I mean, they're like emancipated, like they don't have enough food and water and nutrients. They're like extremely skinny too at this point, like, by the way. So yeah, there's just so many details, honestly. So yeah, have been in so much deviant behavior. E and R have been in so much deviant behavior, they won't control their bodily functions. Again, probably a trauma response. They are both furious? No. They're both fear. Honestly, I don't know what it says. They're both something though. Yeah, man. They're both okay. Let's just read it quick, okay? They're both like the faster I read it, and like if there's mistakes, I'll just like try to like paraphrase what she probably meant or what she probably what it the context. I'll just go with the context. They're both furious. Their selfish, sinful lifestyle is being intervened upon. Oh, it probably does say furious. I told R he emulates a snake. He slithers and sneaks around looking for opportunities when no one is watching, and then he scurries. If he wants to emulate the savior, he needs to be 100% obedient with exactness. No wavering, no hiding. She's like talking about him like it's a video game character or something. Like it's just so like unreal. It's so like not in the reality that we are in. You know? It's not what's going on. Why are you looking like a cutie? Oh my god. But yeah, so the way she's talking about him is disgusting. It's just disgusting. In the sun with his sun hat, he is defiant. No, tell him a couple more times, R. Or I should say his demon stays in the shade. I push R into the sun. R comes back. I come back with a cactus poker. When I poke his back to get in the sun, R doesn't even flinch. I poke him on the neck. He is in a trance and doesn't appear to feel anything. Jody taps him on the cheeks to wake him up. That's just so sad. The cactus, I didn't know this, but apparently like if you're like touched with a cactus and like basically if it's used to like abuse you, you can get like a bunch of like micro cactuses in yourself, like a bunch all over. Okay, basically if you touch cactus, you can get a bunch of cactus in you that's similar to like microglass, and them being abused with this cactus on their back, it's even worse because in the hand, you know, it's gonna already be hard to get out that microglass. Now on the back, all over your back, you're abused onto the back, you're not gonna be able to get out that like microglass like feeling of cactus. You're just gonna be like tortured for days, weeks, however long it takes to get out of your skin, you know? July 23rd, 2023, Sunday. Also, look at her dumbass. She can't even fucking... She's so fucking dumb. 20,203. So we're in the future, girl. July 23rd, 20,223, Sunday. To begin a separation from evil toward God, all the darkness needs exposed to light. And once the lies and sin is revealed, the body must engage in good work. And the good works need to be painful. Otherwise, the service becomes another feel-good distraction. So she believes that people should be in pain, yet never wanted Jody in any type of pain. Never put her husband in any type of pain. Just made him leave the house so he could be out of there, you know? Otherwise, the service becomes another feel-good distraction. A day of fasting and prayer for me after learning my children have been spawns of Satan. R has been out of control. Pee, poop, lie, steal, run away. Sounds like trauma to me. E, crying, wailing, You could not know what this has been like unless. By the way, R, I believe, is her youngest boy, and I think E is her youngest girl. E crying, wailing. You could not know what this has been like unless you were here. Jody and I took E out of the desert. She refused to stay quiet and would scream and scream. Jody found a reservation cemetery. Chivwit Cemetery. She went out in the heat, barefoot, still tried to run. She screamed for another family, water, food, care, love. On Eve, a manipulative play. You are loved. That's so sad. Like, and you are loved, and it's just so sad that, like, she's like Eve's trying to run, and then she screamed for another family, water, food, care, and love. That is so sad. She's broken down to that point that she's like just begging for like the bare necessities. And you know, one of the worst parts of this case is that dad, he ended up being free. It's like he didn't end up getting any time. The only people that got time was Jody Hildebrandt and Ruby Franke. There's also a third lady that people think should be arrested too. That was a part of this like whole thing that Jody Hildebrandt was running. Jody's thing that she was running, it was called Connections, and she was like running that, and she was saying the most fucking diabolical shit on there. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, she was calling, like, I don't even want to say what she was saying. It's just extremely weird. I don't feel comfortable even saying that. Honestly, watch Raw and Mango's whole like breakdown if you're curious, because it has like what I'm talking about in there, and it makes me uncomfortable to like repeat those things. But yeah, like basically like when it comes to like that connections part of it all, those YouTube videos she would make telling people how they needed to like basically abuse their children. Yeah. So she would say terrible fucking shit on it, Jody and Ruby too, because Ruby was part of it. But then there was like also another lady that was a part of Connections. But the fact that the fucking husband got no time, that's insane. Like, the jury really looked, or the court, the judge, whoever the fuck, they looked at this guy. They really thought, oh yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. Like, you know, I guess the thing is there's no evidence against him, but that's insane. I feel like him recording his wife that one time that they like she fucking snatched her kid, like her kid was on the table. Ruby Frank's kid. She fucking snatched that kid off the table by the hair, and then the husband just comes in like, ha ha ha, gotta cut that one out. Like, what? Anyways, it's insane. In my eyes, he's compliant, and he remains compliant. There's nothing that's going to change my mind about that fact. He is compliant in this whole situation. He's a part of it. He's a culprit. Here, I'll look up Jody. I don't even know like anything about her really. Well, besides the documentary.
So apparently Jody Hildebrand, aka Ruby Frankie's partner in crime, connections cult wannabe leader, child abuser, she now, as of this past week, says that her lawyer, her defense lawyer, was ineffective and her plea agreement was unlawful, and she was basically, in so many words, tricked into signing this plea agreement, and she doesn't agree with it at all. So it will be interesting to see if she ends up getting out of her plea agreement somehow. And
that's insane that she doesn't want to be held
Jody
accountable.
Hildebrand was my therapist, and I need to talk about something that is very...
Okay, now this is the inside scoop
Jody Hildebrand.
From someone who actually received therapy from Jody Hildebrand. This is something I have not seen.
Was my therapist, and I need to talk about something that is very, very important. So if you just have a couple seconds to spare, I would greatly appreciate it. Last week marked 1 year since Jody was sentenced. Now, Jody and Ruby both took a plea deal. But the way Utah courts work, even though they pled guilty to 4 counts of aggravated child abuse instead of the 6 that they were charged with, they could get out in 3 more years. The maximum would be 29. And while I think Ruby will be held accountable and will be forced to stay in prison even longer, I don't know if the same will be said about Jody. Jody has connections. Jody is somehow also slipping underneath the radar. Podcasts, documentaries, all of it is focusing on Ruby. Ruby, how could a mom do this? How could a mom allow this to happen to her children? But here's the thing. Jody has done this before. Jody is very skilled at manipulating moms. I've had several other ex-patients of Jody reach out to me saying that similar things happened in their families, but because of the way their families are, they cannot speak out. I am not afraid to speak out. I am doing everything I can, but as of late, I've noticed that my videos are dropping in views. So if you see this, please comment and like and go look at my other videos, because people need to know that this woman is a danger. And if she gets out in 3 years, she is going to do this again and again and again until finally someone stops her. So let's be the people who stop her.
I agree with that. I think that if she gets out, she will do it again. So, you know what? Let's end it there. Take that as a PSA. We all need to end Jody Hildebrand because, like, we all need to spread awareness about what she has done too, because it's not only on Ruby. Jody is a terrible lady, okay? Terrible. So, I did say that I have 3 parts or 3 topics that I wanted to talk about, but this actually ended up being really long, really much longer than I thought that it would take to just talk about these 2 topics alone. So I think we kind of went more on like more of a deep dive on this topic, so this one like took probably like 40 minutes or so, or 50, I don't even know. Like we spent some like a good chunk on this topic. So instead of like trying to like talk about another thing, I'm going to end it here, because the next thing I did want to talk about anyway, it's related to the other thing that I was debating if I wanted to talk about today. They're like literally interconnected, so it makes sense to talk about them together. So you know what, that's what I'll be doing. So yeah, I thank everyone for watching this. I thank you everyone for watching this, and I hope everyone has a great day, a great Monday if you're watching a Monday, or whatever day. I hope it's great for you. And just thank you for watching, and please subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. So thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.